Okay, everybody, welcome back to the channel. This is a follow-up to the video I just posted just a little bit ago, where I was very frustrated because I got my @Games Legends Gamer Pro out that I have kind of ignored here for a while, playing with the V pins and the real pins, and I fired up the Legends Ultimate, and I thought I'd fire this Gamer Pro up, because when we have company over, they have a lot of fun with it. Anyway, and I was going to play a little pinball. Well, what happened was every time I went to download a new Arcadenet game, it said there was be sure to mount my flash drive X, FDX, flash drive X. But then when I'd go to mount it, it said it was already mounted. Then when it unmounted, it said, I don't know, it just got really convoluted from there. So I reformatted the drive, which is up here in settings. And you go down here to flash drive X. And I'm not going to do it again because I got to explain this whole situation. But there you can format it or unmount it. I formatted it. Okay, what happened then is the firefighter game that I downloaded this morning started to work. But that second game I did still wouldn't work. And I downloaded it again and I deleted it and downloaded it. It wouldn't work. So let's just think about it for a minute. I went back to what the root of the problem was. Obviously this little USB thumb drive, which is nothing more than a miniature solid state drive, in my opinion. And I was griping that they didn't put enough space in these things, which they didn't. Obviously you got to have these, but there's some advantage there, because when this goes bad I can replace this. At least I don't have to worry about the internal workings of that puck or the whatever is being used for hard drive space or whatever in the Legends Ultimate. So anyway, quick fix. I got another one of these. I formatted it, and as you see here, I'm not going to format it again. I'm going to save this one because I don't know why. See if I can figure out what's wrong with it. Doubt it. It's really a stupid comment. I don't know why I'll save it. I'll probably throw it in the trash. But anyway, I got that done. Now, with that being said, once I did that, I went over to my games, and these were gone. Now that's okay. They were gone, but it was a very simple fix, because they are stored on this. So I went over to App Store X, and I went down, and do you see the ones that have a circle and a check mark on them? There were just circles on them. When you're logged into Arcadenet, when you're logged into with @Games, it knows that you own those tables. So I owned Zachariah Volume 1, and I owned, as you can see on the screen, Tato Volume 1 and Volume 2. But there were just circles there, no X's. Circles mean you own them. Circles with X's mean they're downloaded. So all I had to do was go to these with just a circle on it and hit it, and then hit select. And instead of uninstall, I had the option to install, and I just reinstalled them on the new drive. Well, as you can see, they're back. Everything's back. Everything's working. Now, I got to throw one other thing in. It did have a little hiccup at first. Okay, it didn't show the X. It showed the circle. I misspoke. It showed the circle, but not the X, even after I downloaded them. But then the other little thing I can tell you, that's a little trick to these things, is I just turned it off and turned it back on, and the check marks appeared. So when in doubt, replace this if you need to. The other thing is restart it. That's the first two things I do before I went crazy. Like I don't think I went too crazy this morning, but it was driving me nuts. So with that being said, let's go back to what I wanted to do at the beginning and play firefighter. and I'm going to hit play. And we're going to play a little firefighter. It's a cool Zachariah table. I'll tell you, I've got, I don't know if you can see behind me, I've got a Stern Stranger Things, and I've got a Stern Stingray 1977, 44 years old. And I've got a couple V-Pin games here. And one of the V-Pins has got these Zachariah tables on it through Steam. And they're great. I love them all. I love them all. But I'll tell you, I get on here and play these, and these have got great graphics, great sounds. I'm playing this 1080p, I believe it's put out in, and I'm playing this on a 4K TV, and I'm sure it's upscaling a little bit because it looks great. Now, before I bought all this other stuff here recently, I went nuts buying the Stranger Things. I had this mounted on a vertical TV over here in place where this stuff's at. And that's the other beauty behind this. You can mount this. I've got the Gamer Pro and the Gamer Mini. And you can turn, if I could just, I'm going to have to get a rotating mount. Because my wife likes watching TV on this screen that I'm looking at now, which you can't see. It's not in the screenshot. But it's, I guess I can start playing. It's really cool when you put it in vertical mode. It's just like a pinball table. I mean, it's just like a pinball table now, but you don't get the same effect when it's in this mode here, horizontal, that you can get when it's in vertical mode. So, I'm going to have to figure that out. I'm going to have to get a wall mount or something. So I'm a big proponent of the Mini and the Gamer Pro just because of that capability. Now they're coming out with the Ultimate Mini, which is going to have a screen that can be rotated. And that'll be kind of cool because you can play your horizontal and your vertical games on it. And you can do that on this too, but it's a cabin, so it's kind of cool. But my first love is the, as far as retro arcade, and having a miniature, or not even a miniature, it's pretty close, almost 3/4 size, I guess. As far as having an arcade cabinet, I love my Legends Ultimate. It's great, and I haven't had any problems with it. And see, I should have known when that upset me this morning that it had to be something else, because I got on the Legends Ultimate and downloaded these games, and it's on the same firmware, and it worked fine. So I knew it had to be something on this system, and I gotta admit, I was reached out to by some people that, I'm not going to say that I was smart enough to do this on my own. I was reached out to and said, why don't you try reformatting that drive, and why don't you try doing a couple things, resetting it. But then when I realized reformatting it kind of did the trick, but didn't fix it entirely, I thought, well, it's got to be the drive. And it was, because look at this, playing fine now. Playing fine other than I can't score with it, crud, but let's get out of here. I always like to quit the game. Let's quit the game and see if it uploads my score, which it will. There, it did it. 14,650. Okay, now let's hit X. This is what I like about this. Okay, I'm number 25. This is what I like, especially during all this stay-at-home COVID stuff, which is lightening up. But still, now I enjoy staying home. It doesn't bother me because I got all this stuff, and I can play leaderboard stuff against people. And you know, other companies are starting to follow suit. I'll tell you, the Stern machines. This one doesn't have it. This one is brand new, but it was manufactured before they started putting in it. They're having what they call Insider Connect on theirs. You can take an app now on your phone, and if you go to Stern, an arcade or something, and find a new Godzilla game out, you can download this app and you can scan your phone in the machine and it will register your scores online just like they're doing here. So, and you can see where you stand and what you've done in your history with that machine or any machine that's come out with it. But the only one I know that's out with it now is the Stern Godzilla, which I just got fortunate enough to play here recently at a pinball tournament I was in. Future World. This is the one that was really giving me fits. And I got it downloaded. I mean, it was really giving me fits. And I couldn't figure out what was wrong. So, anyway, we'll play one of these, but I just want to let everybody know everything's fixed. Greg's done having his fit. But it is frustrating. And I wish everything was perfect all the time in a perfect world, but it's not. Okay, let's see. Here we go. I forgot to check the leaderboards to see what kind of score I had to beat. Well, I wanted to do this one because I told people after I did this one this morning that I'd do a follow-up. And I'm doing this more to help people. And I want to be fair to, and tell the truth. I mean, yet this morning I didn't mind saying that it was ticking me off that I was having trouble. But, and yeah, it's a pain having to get another drive and reformat it, but it really didn't take that long. And by the way, those of you that have CoinOps X on their drive, you don't have to worry about it. It did not delete those files off this drive. And to the best of my knowledge, I did check that out. Those files are not gone. They're on that other side of that partition if you are using a using a single USB drive to run your CoinOps, and you have it partitioned. Well, that unpartitioned side, or that one side of one of the partitions should still have your CoinOps X on it that you can just copy over here. But I think I am going to do a separate drive for that. And when I want to play pinball and Arcadenet and the games on here, I'll just put this drive in with the pinball. And when I want to do CoinOps, I'll just put that one in. I mean, it's an easy swap. Just plug it in.
Skill shot.
I just can't help but think the more stuff you got on a drive, the harder it works, the harder it's going to be to find the files it's looking for. I don't know, I'm no genius on this stuff, but okay, GPV. Okay, let's see where we stood on this. Quit game. Upload my score. Did it upload? Took my eyes off of it for a second. There it uploaded. Okay. Now let's do 49. I'm number 49. It's still kind of cool to know. Now I'll come back here later today and give me some goals. I'll try to knock out River Dog at 85,676,790 to my 23 million. Well, heck, I was doing a video, I wasn't paying that much attention. I bet I could get old River Dog. So, anyway, there's a solution. Problem solved. And it gave you a chance to see my mug again. So, have a good one. Thanks for watching. And, as always, I gotta get up here and hit the stop record button. Oh, I sat too long. I'm an old man. Remember, join AARP. It's good for you.